episode of Muffy Byrne, Preppy Lawyer is funded by this station and other public television stations.
The question of recombinant DNA experimentation is one of the most difficult dilemmas facing society today. When American biologist James Dewey Watson, British physicist Francis H.C. Crick, and Jamaican mambo singer Harry Belafonte discovered that particular double helix of adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine, they opened a literal Pandora's box of tough choices. We have indeed been handed a double-edged sword. Now, let us join Muffy Byrne, our Preppy lawyer, as she explores this tough problem in a fictionalized courtroom drama produced with the cooperation of the American Society of Genetic Engineers, Local 316, and Joanne Woodward.
The witness may proceed.
Okay. It was then that I first observed the defendant. Slowly drawing my revolver, I shouted, "Please drop that flask!" Then I fired 6 warning shots over the defendant's head, damaging only a periodic table of elements on the wall.
What did Dr. Noahs do then, Officer Tibbetts?
He yelled at me.
Could you tell the court, please, what exactly did he yell?
Well, I can't say with ladies present.
Order, or I shall be forced to clear the court. Proceed.
And what do you think this flask contained, Officer Tibbetts?
Well, it was obviously some form of bacteria. To be honest, I feared the worst, and it looked like E. coli.
Order!
Is this the same flask, Officer Tibbetts?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor. This flask is People's Exhibit C and has been scientifically proven and tested to be E. coli.
The witness may step down.
Now, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I am not a scientist. I've never claimed to be one. I'm just a simple country lawyer born and raised in the mill by a butcher holler. Now, we were poor, but we had love, and that was the one thing my daddy made sure of. Another thing he told me, he said, "Boy, don't you ever play God, because there ain't but one Lord Almighty, and he's a lot taller than you." Now, I've always tried to follow my daddy's advice. Now, what these generic manipulators are doing with their fancy calipers and their microscopes and their tape machines is nothing more than plain and simple, they're playing with God. That's right, they're messing with the Lord Almighty now. Now, I am sure that my distinguished colleague would agree. Where is my distinguished colleague, Your Honor? Could it be that she finds this little court proceeding just a little bit too boring for her?
Now, Mr. Stevens, I'm sure Muffy has a good reason for being late. It isn't like her to be late.
Golly, Your Honor, I'm so sorry to be late, but there's like a sale, you know, like Jay Press is like the best, you know. Like I wasn't watching his time and I knew it'd be like super late. So I decided to have it due and, well, I knew you'd be like bumps the max, so I bought you a present, Your Honor. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Muffy. Hello, Muffy.
I hope you don't have one, Your Honor.
No, Muffy. It's beautiful.
Now, Your Honor, if I may proceed.
Oh, pooh.
I call to the stand Dr. Noahs.
Dr. Noahs, what are you doing?
Nothing, Your Grace.
Close me out the door. That stuff is trash.
Your Honor, this man has destroyed valuable evidence. I move for an immediate verdict of guilty.
No way, Jose.
Okay, nobody move or the Shixus buys the farm. Okay, look, I'm on a plane. It's full of gas. 2,000 Swiss francs. Barbie Benton in a wetsuit.
Would you like mellow out, Doc? I've been doing some heavy booking on this case. You got like made in the shade, okay?
Oh, okay. Sorry, Muffy. Don't know what came over me.
No problem, Egghead, but you tell Rags that you're sorry.
I'm sorry, Rags.
Now, Dr. Noahs, attempted kidnapping is a serious charge.
I'm like so sure, Your Honor, but can't you cut this man some slack? Can't you see he's like Nerve City? He has paid his debt to society, and he promises never to do it again.
Very sorry, Your Holiness.
Well, for you, Muffy, I'll forget it this time. Will the counsels please approach the bench? Do either of you have anything to add to the court record?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
I'm going, Judge.
Will the court recorder please read that back for the court?
Certainly. Stevens, what is this? A travesty, I say. Never in all my born days. Judge, now settle down here. Counselor Muffy, for sure, would you like cool your jets or what? Judge, now then, let's hear your side of this. Muff cakes. Stevens, Your Honor, I must protest the relationship you enjoy with Ms. Byrne. Nicknames, presents, goo-goo eyes in the court. Muffy, hey, maybe if you bought him a present, he'd like you too. Judge, muffin, 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 you silly little poo cake.
Thank you. Well, based on the conversation we just heard and the testimony presented here today by Mr. Stevens and Miss Byrne, I must say that I am shocked that you, Mr. Stevens, would bring a case into court with so little evidence. So I have no choice but to direct the jury to find the defendant not guilty. Court is adjourned.
Damn it, Judge! Kegger in my place!
Hooray, rags!
Another pressing social issue dealt with by our preppy lawyer, Muffy Byrne. And what have we learned from this? Very little. Tune in next time when Muffy tackles the serious problem of nuclear waste, squaring off against noted attorney and Senate fielder Willie Buck Mays. For Muffy Byrne's preppy lawyer, I'm Tyrone Slothrop. Good night.
Additional funding for Muffy Byrne, Preppy Lawyer, has come from the following sources.